Hey Balance Athletica, I am so excited about this opportunity for the Balance Leader search. Y'all, when I first heard about this announcement, I was like, I'm going to be real ridiculous and real extra. I'm going to get me a videographer. I'm going to get on my athleisure where we are going to do this to the max. And then I thought about my why I wanted to be a Balance Athletica Leader. And my why boiled down to every time somebody sends me a message and they're like, hey, I heard you were in a plane crash. I heard that you have anxiety, you have PTSD, you have endometriosis, you're a military spouse. Like, anytime somebody tells me that they are going through a struggle similar to my struggles, all I want to do is invite them into my backyard for drinks and food and to hang out and relax and to talk. So that's where we are today, just you and me hanging out in my backyard, just being ourselves and hanging out. And that's what I wish I could do with everybody. Like, my why has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with Jennifer Davids and everything to do with everybody else around me. You know, being in a plane crash when I was 15 years old and getting anxiety, PTSD, a really bad concussion, chronic migraines, all of those scars were very internal and nobody else really knew what was going on except for my mom and dad. I felt so alone and so isolated. And the same thing with endometriosis, you know, you can't see those scars on the outside. You know, all you see is the person not being able to go and do things, or, you know, just staying in bed a lot and everything like that. You don't see the story behind it. And so I want to be able to take those challenges that I've done and gone through and say, you know what, I've been there, I know what that's like. Let me help you get to the other side. I don't think bad things happen to us. Struggles don't happen, trials don't happen, hard times don't happen just so that we learn from them. I think that they happen so that as a human race, we can come together and be supportive and loving of each other. We can say, hey, you've been knocked down. I've been down there. Let me give you my hand. Take it and let's do this together. I will help you get on the other side. You know, our struggles in life, it's more important with what we do with them. So I started to decide to just do something about my struggles and say, you know what, just keeping them all to myself is accomplishing nothing. So I decided to volunteer to teach 7 to 11-year-old girls. We do lessons every other week and we talk about how to set goals, how to handle life's challenges. We can learn life skills. We learn how to be strong, independent women and how to look for help and how to ask for help. I decided to do my internship at a family crisis center where they helped victims of sexual assault and domestic violence and use my trauma from the plane crash as a way to relate to those women and say, I've been there. Girl, I get it. Queen, you will get over this and it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be an uphill battle, but I'm here for you. And being a military spouse is a whole separate thing in and of itself. That is a trial. And not having your life be your own, but being able to find the beautifulness in that and say, well, now I'm a key spouse. You know, I get to share my trials and comfort other women and say, you know what, I get it. I've been there, hun. This is a hard life, but we're here for you, and give that support to those other women and speak with them and care for them and bring them cookies when they have a bad day. I love that. And I love that now my degree in health education gives me an opportunity to break down the barriers of women's health and mental health and say, you know what, those may not be topics that we focused on in the past, but we're doing it now. I'm here to make a difference. So taking all those struggles, the endometriosis, the plane crash, PTSD, anxiety, being a military spouse, all of those trials in my life, and turning them into something beautiful and a way to help people, I just want to do that for the rest of my life. I want to be able to take all those bad days and the days that I felt alone and isolated and like nobody else understood. I want to take those trials and share them to the whole world so that no one ever has to feel that way ever again. I want every person in this world to know that they are enough, they are supported, that they are loved, and that they are cared for. And that's why I want to be a Balance Athletica Leader. I love doing what I do in my community, and that will never stop, but I want to take it to a larger level. I want everybody in the whole world to know that they're not alone. And that's why I want to be a Balance Athletica Leader. Thank you guys for listening. I hope to see you in your backyard in Colorado. Thanks, y'all.